Come on, buddy. Hey guys, Anna here with Canine Co-Pilots, and welcome to your first ever official lesson video while your buddy Rocky is here for board and train. Yes. This dude's awesome. He's super overconfident. He's really cocky. He's really funny, and he has a lot to say about life. So we've got a lot of work to do while he's here with us, but before we can get to that work, we need to talk a little bit about the tools we're going to use while we're training. The purpose of today's video, yes, is to talk about our verbal markers, meaning our word markers, and the use and the purpose of those, okay? What are markers, first of all? A marker word is something that pinpoints a behavior, whether it be positive or negative. So we use both positive markers. My positive marker is yes, and my negative marker is or no. We're gonna go a little deeper into that in a second. Following that, I also have a couple more tools, and one of those are my bridge words. Bridge words tell the dog, just be patient and wait. You're doing the right thing. Keep doing it. Yes, good boy. So to go on down the line here, my marker word when the dog does the right thing or does a behavior that I like and I want to repeat is the word yes, like him staring at me. And that yes will always be followed with a reward. For right now, I'm gonna follow it with a piece of food. He loves food, so it's an easy button for this dog. The purpose of that is to create a positive memory, a positive chemical response to the behavior that he just gave me. When a dog gets a positive feeling, a positive chemical response, they'll want to do that behavior more often. On the other side of that would be our negative marker word. For me, I use the sound and that tells the dog, I don't want you to do that, change your behavior. Good boy. Yes, good boy. An example of the use of this would be if I told him to go on his place bed and he came off of there before I released him. I would say, and then I would follow that up with either some help with my leash or my other collar or my body gestures or meaning suggestive body language, right? To show him what I was after at this point in his training. So for example, come on, buddy, Rocky, go place. And this is just the point of learning. So he's on place. Yes, good boy. He almost left there, but he actually stopped himself. So let's say he comes off. Go place. Yes, that's good. That marks that is not what I wanted. And I use my leash really gently with these little bumps, these little guidance bumps that tell him in a way that he understands to change his behavior. Once he's back to the right thing, yes, I'm gonna load that up with yeses and give him the snacks pretty much over and over so he knows this is right. And when I'm done with this behavior, this brings me to my next point of interest, I'm gonna give him a release word. And that would be, okay. Okay tells him he's allowed to leave, right? He's allowed to get off the place bed or remove himself from the sit or from the down or whatever it is we're working on today. Another thing to pay attention to, like I mentioned earlier, yes, good boy, is what I call bridge words. And bridge words are exactly that. They bridge the activity a little bit longer. They stretch it out just like a bridge, right? And when I'm using those words, I actually say those things long and exaggerated to show him that this is the right thing. Super would be a bridge word. Nice. Good. Those are praise words or bridge words that tell him, yes, that he should continue what he's doing. And if he does, something good will come for him. And I know right now it seems like we're giving him a lot of food because we are. At this point in the learning process, I'm just trying to build a really solid foundation of positive experiences towards the activities that I like, okay? If you've noticed kind of when he's around me, walking around me like he's doing now, he's a little impatient. That's totally fine. But when he hits the end of his leash, I'm using my leash with those little bumps, yes, to tell him not to do that. And that's just a really superficial way for me to use my leash as a tool also to create a negative marker that says, don't pull on my leash. And we'll talk about it more in depth later, but even right now, these little ways I'm using my leash and my voice will help him understand the bigger lessons in the future. So now that I've talked a whole bunch, I'm gonna show in action what I'm looking for, and we'll talk about it as we work. Ready? Ready? Rocky, come on, buddy. Go place. Yes. So this is the first time I'm gonna work go place, although you guys have Go please. Yes, good boy. But I'm gonna start building a foundation here that tells him he must be patient. And we're gonna just build small blocks at a time. Super. Very nice. Okay. Okay tells him he can come off. I wanna make sure you're trying to be really consistent. Go please. In using the same words that I'm using to tell him to do things, tell him he's right, and to tell him he's wrong. That way he doesn't get confused when he goes home. You guys might have some like previous, yes, habits that you formed, but let's try to like use these words now. Ready? Okay, good job, super guy. Good work, buddy. Here, come on, buddy. Sit. Yes, good, sit. Super, sit. Come on, sit. Sit. Good boy. So right there, I use just my body language and my leash. Sit. Sit. Come on, sit. Yes, very good. To help him go back to the sit and build some patience. Okay, good job. That's nice. Let's do that again. You ready? Sit. Good boy. Very good. Yes, sit. Sit. Okay, good job. Very good, very good, very good. Awesome. Super, guys. That was some pretty good examples of using those things. I'm going to hang out with him for a minute and do some work, but for now, that's all I have for your video. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, we'll be in touch soon. Thanks so much. Come on, buddy.